Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the card we're making today. It's this lovely Christmas card. Yes, I know it's early for Christmas, but I wanted to get a good and early start because it's going to be a busy, hard year, I think, so I want to get my Christmas cards done and out the way. So let me show you how I made this. So let's start on this paper crafting card making tutorial. Okay, I have a piece of basic white cardstock that measures 14.35 centimeters by 10, and we're going to do a little bit of ink blending. So I'm going to look for some balmy blue ink, which is here. We're just going to ink up too happy with what I've done here because I'm not thinking straight today. So I'm just going to start again. That's why cardstock has two sides. You don't want much ink and you just want to stand off your page. I'm going to keep that in the video because I want you to see that, you know, we all make mistakes and there's always a way to rectify it. Just another way to be creative, as I say. A mistake is just another way to be creative. Okay, so I'm just starting off the page. You just need to be patient. And I think that's what's wrong today. I'm not feeling very patient. I've got too much that I'm trying to get done. Okay, so I want one side to be darker than the other. So one will be the sky, and then we have the base. I'm just building up the colour slowly. Okay, I think that's going to do me for now and how I'm feeling. So let's put that away. Move that out the way. And I'm going to start my sentiment now. And it's from this one, Greetings of the Season. May your season be filled with warmth, cheer and whatever. What does it say? Whatever. Warmth. May your season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration is what it actually says. Okay. I'm going to use my grid paper to line everything up. Pick that up with my block. I'm going to stamp in Night of Navy. So let's use my grid paper to help me get things straight. That's what it's there for. Okay, lovely. So let's clean this up before we have an accident. I'm a great believer in cleaning up as you go along. Okay, close this up. I always put my stamps back, in their home once I've used them, otherwise you end up with orphan stamps and then it's a palaver to try and figure out where they came from. Okay, so we have that. So I'm going to move my grid paper out the way for a second. And I'm going to bring in my silicone mat as well. This is just trying to contain some of the mess. And I'm going to use our embossing paste. And I put some press and seal over the top just to try and keep it as wet as I can. And it's dried up a little bit, but it's still perfectly fine. And I'm just going to make a sort of a snow heap with my embossing paste. And don't worry if some of it goes on the silicone mat, we will clear that up. And just don't want it to be too thick because it'll take forever to dry. but I am trying to get some texture in it, and I think that's going to be enough as good as a feast. And then of course we're just going to scoop this back into our pot. Don't waste any of this, it's good stuff. We've paid for it, we don't want to waste it. The only thing I'll say is if you're using embossing paste, wash everything you've got the embossing paste on soon as you've finished that segment using it. Don't wait till you finish the whole card, go and wash it straight away. So I'm just going to put my press and seal back over that and then screw the lid back on, and that I found really does help to keep it really nice and moist. So I'm just going to wash up quickly. Okay, so normally I'd let this dry naturally, though I did take the heat tool to it. That's a little damp. I'm going to leave that to try and dry as much as possible before we need it. So I'm going to scrap piece here of basic white, and we are going to stamp our trees now. So let me cut this down because it's a new sheet. I don't have any scraps left up here, so I'm just going to cut that down in half. I tend to sort of cut them in half. It's half an A4 sheet. And then I'm just going to get my stamping tool out, so sorry about the noise. Okay, and the stamps that we're going to be using, we're going to use the whole bundle. It's called Frosted Friends. Frosted Forest. I keep saying Frosted Friends. Frosted Forest. So I'm going to use these two trees here. So let's get them out. One and two. Pick that up with my lid. And then we're just going to stamp in some Memento Tuxedo Black. Really easy. Just ink that up. No faff at all. Down. Give it a really good press. Lovely jubbly. Okay, and then as you know, clean up time always comes after messy time. So let's put these back in their little home so they don't get lost, otherwise I'll never find them. Alright then, move that aside. We're going to colour these in using our stencils, and they come here, they're matching stencils, and there's 3 of them. Okay, so I'm going to use, my first colour is going to be Granny Apple Green. So let's see, you've got, they are numbered here, so let's see, you've got B, trying to see A, B and C. Okay, so we're going to do this quickly, and I'm just going to use some post-it note tape to hold this in place really simply. Going to find my brush. I'm going to go in with some Granny Apple Green and just put down a base layer. Really simple like that for that one. And then we're going to do the same for our other tree. Just line it up, hold it in place quickly, does so. There we go, finished. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my second layer, which is going to be, let's have a look at this one. It says B, so this is going to be B. I'm going to go in again with Granny Apple Green, but much deeper this time. You can can just see slight differentiation there. Looks really pretty. Now my original, I did add a little bit of white embossing to make it look as if it was had snow on it. I don't think, because there's white all around, I don't really think you see it hardly at all. So I'm not going to do that this time. I think if you coloured it on coloured cardstock, then you would see more. So we're just going to line this up. Just taking my time to get it right. Really doesn't matter because it's extremely forgiving. As I said, a much heavier hand this time. There we go. Lovely. And then we've got our last colour here, which is going to be shaded spruce. Where's it gone? Here it is. And this is a much deeper colour, and I think this will give it a much more Christmassy type feel. So just line it up. That will do me. I don't have the time today to be too worried about things being absolutely precise, and you'll see it makes no difference to the tree. It's going to look gorgeous anyway. So look at that. Isn't that lovely? And then we're going to do the same here with our little one. That'll do. Look at that. Really pretty. I think those look lovely. Okay, so save our post-it notes and just close this up quickly. Now I'm going to cut these out using the matching dies, and I'll be back. Okay, so I cut out our little trees and I put some dimensionals on the back in readiness. Now I think this will be dry enough, it's touch dry enough to continue with. So I'm going to put some basic, I'm going to put some Tombow on the back, lots of it, because there's a lot of media on this card, a lot of texture paste. Now our card base is going to be Night of Navy. It's a standard A6 card base, that's an A4 sheet cut in half and then fold in half. I'm going to put this piece on the front, and then I've got another piece of basic white, same measurement as before, and I'm going to put this on the centre, in the inside rather. So there we go. So I've taken the dimensionals off the back of here, so we're going to have one tree sitting like this, and then we're going to have our other one overlapping. So I've only put dimensionals down the one side, not both, and on the other side I'm just going to put some glue. Okay, and then we're going to have these overlapping just like that. That's fine. Look at that. How pretty. I just think I showed you the matching dies. I don't know. These are then the Frosted Forest dies, and I used the matching ones there. We're going to use some tinsel gems, the 4-pack. And before I use blue, I think I'm going to use blue again. I'm just going to add a few here and there. Okay. I'm just adding, and come back. I want to do things, I always do things in uneven numbers, so let's do it like that. So there are our cards. That's how you make those winter cards. using the Frosted Friends Frosted Forest layering dies and texture paste. So I hope you liked this card tutorial. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you wanted more information about the project, as I said, you'll find it all on the blog post, and all my links are in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.